This podcast is rated R for restricted. Under 17 requires accompanying parent or adult guardian. Mission to 15.
Oh, hello. It's just
No.
Let's get this one
Just
moving.
jumping in, are we?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Just jumping in.
Just
You guys
jumping
ready to
right
jump
in.
into this good one?
Just
We're going to
go
jump right in.
Right into this?
In this corner, we got Denny. In the
We
other corner,
have
we got
Terrence.
TC. In the other corner, we got John. And then,
Are you ready to stumble?
are you ready to not say much?
Yeah, for 5 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, this is going to be a quick one.
So we finished watching all the best foreign movies of last year, according to
Yep.
the Academy.
All the nominated
five
ones and some ones that weren't nominated. Which
That's
made
right.
them- but yeah.
So we watched Drive
I mean,
My
it's
Car,
a feat, right?
Flea,
It's something good.
Hand to God, Lunana, and now The Worst Person in the World. This movie came out last year. Is from Norway, directed by Joachim Trier, I think. The synopsis is the chronicles of 4 years in the life of Julie, a young woman who navigates the troubled waters of her love life and struggles to find her career path, leading her to take a realistic look at who she really is.
That's right.
And TC,
Was that the movie?
I guess. One of
What?
Barack Obama's top 14
There's-
movies of the
there's a
year.
lot of
So many
stuff.
awards.
I don't know if that
12
was the
chapters.
movie so much, but
yeah.
yeah.
Terrence,
It's my turn to
wow.
go first.
Terrence, it's your
Is
turn.
it?
Mr.
Go,
Mulhern.
TC.
So I'm going to pick my words wisely.
Okay.
Oh, you best.
I thought it was well done. I thought the production value was good.
Classy.
I liked the feel of it.
Yes,
you know?
yes. A sitting ovation.
Wasn't a huge fan of the story, but I will say the movie got to me at the end. It was sad,
Okay.
and it did
Yeah,
what it was
yeah.
supposed to. So, like, what it was trying to do, it won. It beat me. I was yep.
Okay.
No,
Gotcha.
he goes in the corner. He's in the corner. The ropes.
He's on the
He's on the
ropes.
ropes. He's in the ropes. He can't get back up. Is he gonna get back up? He's not gonna get back
This would
up.
be
Yeah, exactly.
a technical knockout, maybe, or just a win
Yeah.
by points.
Yeah, right. Like you know when you just get beaten down with
Right.
like something for
That's
the whole
right.
Just a
time.
bunch
You
of
just-
medium
you get-
punches
You know,
to the
I
head.
gave
They
up.
weren't-
Finally.
Nobody was really sure till the end. And
Yeah,
then
exactly.
like,
Exactly.
that final round,
Exactly.
the movie got the score it
It
needed.
did. It got me. It just,
Wow,
you know.
okay. Okay.
So
Nice.
yeah, I mean, you know, as far as did I like it? I don't know. It's up in the air.
Okay.
Like the ride. You
Um,
liked where the ending brought you, but the ride itself was not so fun.
Right. Yeah, I'd say. Well, I wouldn't say it wasn't so fun. I would just say I wasn't interested.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
It wasn't interested.
So what is this?
it-
So to you, TC, how would you describe what is this movie about and why wasn't it interesting?
This movie is about, you know, a person's rough go, you know, and just like
Yeah.
the idea of everybody was as they age, you know, dumb
Yeah.
shit happens and then someone dies.
You make
I mean, that's
decisions
really,
and-
you know, if I can sum it up real quick, dumb shit happens to somebody and then someone dies and that's it.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's like basically everybody's life, right? So, I guess they're just, you know, making a statement on, you know, the path doesn't always seem right, but sometimes it ends up right. And, you know, I guess I'm just trying to be as nice as I possibly can here. Folks.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know what there's.
Who are you
Yeah.
defending here? Why do you need to be nice on this one?
No, I think it's a tough. I just think that there's probably a whole group of people I will offend if I, you know, go too far. This movie was it did what it was supposed to do. I didn't see the cancer thing coming. I thought it was just going to be like another boring fucking chapter of someone's shitty life, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to make of it other than that, right? Like I just remember thinking in the beginning, like if I have to watch someone's shitty life, like I can just fucking remember mine. I mean, Jesus, I don't need to
Well,
watch
that's not-
this shit,
I mean,
you know?
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I don't know. I just didn't. It was also a tough movie to watch at this time. Like, you know, the world's falling apart, and here we are watching some shitty fucking life, right? I mean, you know, you'd almost want to.
and almost oddly, like it's not unrealistic, but it's just so normal shitty. You know, so
Right.
it's weird. It's
Yeah.
weird that it's kind of. I know that there's the cancer and the stuff, but it's still. You know, it's not like very dramatic in a lot of senses. It's very sort of
or
low
special.
key.
I felt like I didn't care
right.
about any of it because I felt like she brought it on herself. Every single negative thing
Well,
that happened
and
to her,
right.
she did to her fucking self.
Right. Well, but
Right.
then, and it led to another thing that made her learn at some point. I mean, like it wasn't like
She didn't learn.
We
really.
didn't know at the end if she
learned. But I understand.
did anything because of any of it,
and
right?
not knowing what you want and making bad decisions.
That I think that
and,
part's totally understandable. That part I related to. It was just all like how many times are you gonna get beaten in the face before you're like, hey, let's not directly go that way. There's something hitting me in the face.
It's kind of funny.
Right?
I mean, I thought this was going to be a comedy. It's called The Worst Person in the World.
I did too.
I
think you told me it was going to be a comedy.
Running.
Yeah.
I thought that's because I didn't read this enough. Well,
Yeah.
even reading
It
this
was
enough,
far from a comedy.
I looked at the image for this film, the poster for the film. She's smiling, running, and it's called The
Bait
Worst
and
Person in the
switch.
World.
Classic
Totally looks like
bait
this is
and
going to be a
switch.
comedy. I thought, this will be a.
I laughed
this'll
once.
be-
It was
yeah.
when she moved her
Yeah.
hand on the frozen people to the butt. I laughed at that.
Oh yeah,
that was it.
that was fun. That was an interesting sort of like
yeah.
detour there to do that.
I don't know what that was about. Not needed.
Just a
didn't care
fantasy.
for it.
Just a fantasy bit. You're right.
Didn't care for it.
I don't know.
Trip
I
on
like
shrooms, I
the
get it,
mushroom
but-
trip. I like that part.
I didn't understand that either.
If she was just afraid of being a mother, I think is all that was, right?
That was a
No, I
shocking
know, I'm
moment.
just,
like
you know.
she,
They actually had a baby like sucking on an old woman. Like, what the
It
hell?
was very
well,
strange.
and she flung the tampon on her dad. That was pretty.
I will say
come on,
that,
you gotta admit that was striking.
Oh,
I
yeah.
will say that. Striking.
And she woke up with a blood on her face. I'm like, that happened. Oh, shit.
Oh
Yeah,
god,
something
that's gross.
happened. She did that to
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
And the boyfriend's like, so good morning.
Yeah, so about that blood on your face.
Yeah. Woof.
I would have to say that I'm glad I watched this just by myself. Wouldn't have been a great time if it was with a girlfriend or boyfriend or spouse.
Not a good like first
Yeah.
date movie. It was fine for
Not a
Nikki.
good
I mean,
Well,
it
yeah,
wasn't-
but that's
I know.
like
but
if you're with a girlfriend or something, this is not the movie for you.
not a good date movie. I don't
Yeah,
think
right.
really necessarily, unless you're really comfortable with your partner. I guess.
Yeah, you'd make sure that your phone's in the other room. I'm not doing
Yeah,
shit, honey.
yeah.
I'm just watching the movie.
I'm not sure. I can see what Naomi thought. I don't think Nikki really felt like this was a girl film, even.
Wow.
Naomi hates people who cheat, so she hated the lead character just flat out.
Oh, guys,
that
I have to
that
tell
was
you
like,
what, and
yeah.
this. Let me set the scene, right? So listeners, I'm lazy and didn't check on what we were watching, so I texted the boys, "What are we watching?" But it was like 10:30 the night before we're recording.
Typical.
So,
Typical.
Less than 24 hours ago.
Like, yeah, right. It's like 12 hours ago, guy.
Plenty of time.
So I started watching it. I got to that scene and was like, nope, shutting it off. Because I was just like, the end of a long day, you've already had enough. And then like you get to the cheating scene, you're like, fuck this, not watching this.
Yeah.
And then I had to watch the rest of it today during lunch and then, right before. And it was like, this fucking, I'm glad I didn't watch it last night. I would have been really upset just like, because it was late, and then I would have been like, I'm really doing this now? This fucking motherfucker. You know what sucks about this movie, I think, too, is just everybody knows someone that's shitty. I've been shitty. People are shitty. That's like what happens, right? So like watching it, it almost makes you think about all the other things that you've been through that have been shitty, right?
Right.
So like, I don't know what, there was a confusion for me. I'm like, what is this fucking movie trying to get me to do right now? Because all I'm fucking doing now is getting pissed about my shit, right? Like I'm not watching this now because like I'm into this movie. I'm watching this because I'm like, fuck you. What else are you going to figure out for me, you motherfucker, right? So like, it's tough to watch this movie, I think, because like it regardless of the sex,
well,
there's like
that's
a real
something for it
thing.
that it was a realistic enough portrait for you to make it to sort of have it be reflective almost like
right.
right.
It did what it was supposed to do. Remember I said that, it's like
it did things in sort of a matter-of-fact way, which it's still people butt touching aside. It seemed to be other than that sort of fancy part or the fantasy part.
Fancy.
It was
very, very sort of like, I don't know, just sort of there. It wasn't like necessarily even hitting you over the head with it, but
you were just like kind of in the room watching this shitty fucking.
And normally we
couple.
like that sort of thing. Well, if it's not shitty, we like this sort of the sense that you're just there as things are happening to people, and that it's like a normal life sort of thing.
Are you saying you didn't like it either, John?
I liked it. I'm like TC though. I mean, like the movie got to me in places, so I'm not mad at it when I walk away from it. I think it was interesting, and I think if I was younger, I would have thought this might have been really profound or something, like a big intellectual kind of thing.
But like you've been through shit.
I don't know, but,
right? Like,
well, yeah, but I don't know. I just
now?
think that it was trying to say, and also trying to say that she's doing these bad things. She's not as bad as she thinks she is. In some ways, you know, and that's sort of at least the message that her first boyfriend was trying to tell her, and maybe you think she was, but
I mean, she was a piece of shit.
Yeah,
I'm not a piece of shit. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't care who you are. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a male or female. You're doing any of that like that, you're a fucking asshole. Yeah. I mean, honestly.
But right? I know people doing stupid things, and I know.
Yeah, and I've been in the dude. I remember being younger and being like
early,
that.
Yes, being younger and doing stupid things about relationships because I'm scared or because of this, that, or the other. So I certainly know that. I know that mindset. And I think maybe many of us do, especially when we're in our 20s. You know, I don't know. So I've done that stuff.
Me too. 100%. I'm not absolving myself of it. I just don't really want to reflect on it.
I don't necessarily want to like reflect on it or watch it, right?
You know, right? Yeah.
But yeah, so
I think Denny's ready to just like burst at the seams with hate.
Yeah,
right now. I can tell he's like he's trying to like he's kind of like riling himself up over there. Like he's like
pumping
the bull,
myself up,
you know,
guys.
The bull
Jogging
sitting there with the fucking thing, and he's just going grazing against the dirt, like fucking ready.
But I thought it was, I don't know, it just sort of was even-handed about things. And you let Denny get more mad and angry, but even like her
let him sip the whiskey more.
And his like
tequila.
Like
tequila, great, even better.
Nice. Like,
it's fucking
get
one fighting booze for another fighting booze.
Are you an angry tequila drinker? You want to get angry with tequila?
I can fantasize about being on the beach drinking tequila.
Okay. So be nice and chill.
All right. He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
And you guys are making some strong assumptions about my opinion on this movie.
He might like
nowhere.
He might like it.
You're going to play it mysterious.
He's going to go positive, folks.
I don't know now.
I honestly just want to hear your guys' opinion on it.
He might just try to figure out who can he piss off most.
No, I want to get like an unfiltered opinion from both of you because
okay for you. Yeah. So I think like even like their boyfriend and the comic book artist and that whole scene where he's being confronted by the women about the sexist stuff in his comics and how he's trying to articulate that, you know, this was me expressing my bad stuff. Why do I have to defend it? He didn't articulate well at all, but I still liked that scene. I still liked his point.
Yeah, well, his point was the
right. Yeah. I know, and he goes off the end, you know, like so I might call you a whore.
His point was lost at some point. Let's just say that.
He's off the deep end right there.
Yeah, right.
But I thought the scene was well, him trying to talk about art, or even those scenes where he's talking about the meaning of life and how he collected things and how that was meaningful to him at one time, and that we used to have stuff, comics, and
those conversations
CDs,
were tough,
and
man.
I thought that was
he was a good actor. I have to say.
Yeah. I think that's the other thing.
Those parts hit me good. I mean, I was sitting here crying, like,
I thought that was pretty profound, and so I don't know, seeing her being just young and stupid, which is not evil either. It's just young and stupid, and
it's also not something I really want to watch.
I know, but
that's the hardest part.
But that's what I thought it was portrayed really well. I don't think I've seen that done before. I don't think I've seen it without like a lot more manipulation or intent, or like trying to force us to feel something, or giving us too much sympathy for the character. Trying to still make us feel super sympathetic to them without just sort of like saying, now here it is, and this is what happens. And I don't think I've seen that before. That makes us pretty, I think, kind of unique. So, I mean, Nikki and I both were like, wow, that was just different. That's not what we expected. And it kept doing different things. And neither of us were like quite sure how we felt afterwards, but we were like, that was a really interesting, thoughtful movie, or a movie that made us think, I guess. And like you said, I thought it was well done. I thought the acting was good. I thought things were put together well. Some of the music's cheesy, but that's like sometimes that happens with foreign films where their pop music just sounds really cheesy to me sometimes. I'm sure that the opposite happens when foreigners see American films and hear pop music in it.
I love the music in this movie.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, I was like looking up band names and stuff.
Liked. Oh yeah, you're liking that? That was like some super poppy stuff.
I get into this.
Yeah. All right.
Norwegian stuff
pop.
Away. Yeah,
Norwegian pop. Yeah,
I usually like the Norwegian stuff too because I've watched TV shows.
Because don't they have some really dark metal there? So I don't know if that's Norwegian, but
Swedish.
I think it's Swedish, and
I think Norway does too.
Is Kvelertak Norwegian?
Yeah.
Kvelertak's like, yeah. So you want a real tangent here. So,
yeah. Geez,
because
I got my chair up. I'm ready.
When are we ever going to talk about Kvelertak again?
Yeah.
So my dad was here with and we were in the car, and Alex, my son, likes loud music. He calls it dinosaur music. So he likes loud,
That's funny.
I like
angry,
that.
like dark
Dinosaur
music. Yeah. So he likes 9 Inch Nails or Smashing Pumpkins, and he really likes too this sort of like the dark metal.
Kid's gonna be an
stuff.
emo
he's gonna
at
be
8 years old.
Yeah, he's gonna be a
But
nut.
like Kvelertak, he really likes too. And so I was my dad, who's 82, and I was in the car. I was driving, and he's in the back, and I was saying, "Yeah, this is what Alex likes." And I was playing some of this Kvelertak, which is like their this Norwegian dark metal. And Dad's like, bands these days, I can't even understand what they're saying. It's like it's a foreign language. I'm like, yeah, it is a foreign language. He's like, yeah, I was like, no, it's foreign.
No,
it's
Dad,
Norwegian.
it's a foreign language.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like no, Dad, this is Norwegian. He's like, oh,
why are you playing this to your son?
So anyway,
Why are we focusing on the foreign language part? You're playing death metal to your son.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah, right. Why are you worried about the music?
As far as death metal goes, Kvelertak.
That's funny.
That Mir album.
It's a
is
family-friendly
really
one.
Poppy.
That's for
It's
sure.
really poppy. Anyway, but it's interesting then that they have that really dark music, and then their poppy stuff is like super light and fluffy. So the contrast there.
All right, I need to know, Denny, what'd you think of the movie?
Come on.
I'm pretty much on the same page as you guys. I think I've come to the conclusion that I really liked it, though. It sounds like you guys are on the edge about it, but I feel the same way. And I think, really well made. I think all the scenes I didn't enjoy, which were plenty in this movie, were done intentionally. Like all the super awkward stuff, all the stuff where you're supposed to like not like her character, because how could you not? Movies like trying to do that. I don't know why you'd want to watch a movie about this. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it.
I know.
Other than but we've all been there, right? I mean, I don't feel like this is.
I haven't.
This isn't like sociopath behavior.
No, it's just really stupid person behavior.
Yes,
that's true. Denny's always been kind of on the up and up.
Yeah. You're better. You're a better man. Denny.
Yeah, I never had a long-term relationship until I met Naomi.
The only time Denny was ever really in trouble was when he was out with me.
So you're more sheltered.
I'm sheltered, I suppose. I never tried to get into a relationship like these people are. Like I never until Naomi, and I was like, close to 30 at that point, like a little older. So I had never had like a 22-year-old relationship that was like we should try to be adults or whatever, which is what she's trying to do.
Exactly.
I never did that.
It's a good point. And so that's because that's what.
So I guess for some people it's like National Geographic, and for others it's like a fucking waste of time. I don't know what to tell you.
But even though, so I think like the part that I think the reason I like it so much is because even though it has a really strange scene where she freezes time and runs through the city, and even though there's like a mushroom trip scene where like it turns into a cartoon at the end, the movie seems really grounded still. Like the character seems super realistic. It doesn't seem like a fantasy or anything. It just seems like a real movie. And I can't think of another movie where it has like two basically fantasy sequences in it where that's the feeling I come out with.
And it's still very grounded. You're right. It's still, I do feel like the freezing of the people went on a long time. It did seem a little out of sorts with the rest of the tone. I mean, but it's fine because it's just like, well, what's next? The movie, I still was like, I didn't know what's going to happen next. So
I knew she was going to break up with him immediately.
I knew.
Even when she was running towards him, I was like, she's fantasizing about.
I knew they were going to break up right before they were together. I'm like, this is never going to work.
As soon as they were watching each other pee, she's like, she's definitely leaving her boyfriend for this guy.
That's over. That's over. Let me see that flashing dick.
Weird.
Yeah, sure, guy. That was the story was weird. I mean, everything about that was awkward.
That's what he whispered in her ear. Was what he was turned on by? I think so. That's why we go to that scene. I don't know.
That's some strange shit.
Because he whispered like they were talking about what they're like.
Because they could do things without them really cheating, even though the idea of that is basically
it is. It's emotional cheating. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
No, they both know it too. I mean, it's just a game they're playing. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that stuff at the end with the main character guy, and I'm surprised he didn't get like this. The woman who plays the lead character won a Cannes Film Festival award for actress. The lead guy didn't get anything. I thought he was better than she was.
He's better than she was,
that
for
scene
sure.
where they're at the picnic table when they're just talking to each other and he's talking about.
Really
oh my god,
was incredibly moving.
I was crying, literally crying.
The way that he was like, and the way they show the range of what he was feeling, where he was trying to put a good perspective on it, and then he was losing it, and then I mean that whole. that to me was I agree. That was
He's choking up right now. Just remember.
Yeah, it was really intense and really well
it's
done.
Tough. Yeah, when that whole thing when he was like, I just want to live, and I was just like,
Yeah. It wasn't like music swells and like crying out. It was just realistic.
I had Timmy in the background. What the fuck are you doing? I don't know, Brian. What the fuck? Don't pull it together, John. I'm so scared. It's so sad. What the fuck's the matter with you, you pussy? What the fuck? And then I had to come to the podcast. So those are the chain of events.
Yeah, that was only like an hour ago, huh?
Yeah, it was like an hour ago.
Man.
Exactly. I'm like batting my eyes in the fucking bathroom with the towel. Like, I'm taking the eye drops. I don't want to look like a fucking whip. The whole thing. Yeah.
No, the way he did that, the way he also talked about how he'd already given up, or where the whole thing that he did, where he was going through that whole range of stuff was really impressive. And I don't think I've seen that done so well before either, where we have these movies that deal with death or cancer or people realizing that they're dying. I know that there's other examples, but it was really impressive.
It's hard.
It was a really good
off.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's hard. It did a good job pulling it off, I have to say. But I guess the more we talk through this, the more I'm starting to like it. But there were so many moments where I was just like, "What the fuck?"
Yep. That's the weirdest part about this movie, because like even though they're like just thinking about how much I enjoyed it when I was watching it, it wasn't super high. I wasn't like, "Oh man, this movie's awesome. I'm going to recommend this." It was kind of just like, "Oh, what a fucking idiot! Why would she do that?"
I know. Didn't you learn from the last one?
Yeah. Why are you watching each other pee? God damn it! That counts as cheating. What the fuck are you thinking?
I know. You guys were cheating when you were looking at each other in the eyes.
And even at the very end, it's like, wait a minute. She's working on a movie set where the actor is the new girlfriend and now mother of her ex-boyfriend.
So
like, what?
It was
How the fuck did that happen?
Was that what that was?
Yeah.
Well, see, I thought, and Nikki
I didn't put that together.
too, that it was her. It was her seeing an alternate version of how things would have happened if she hadn't had the miscarriage.
Made up.
Like
a
it
made
was
up
made up.
thing.
We didn't think that looked like the actress.
It didn't look like her.
It looked much more
didn't look like her.
What?
I thought it looked like just some other woman.
Somebody else.
I thought it was just some other woman.
I thought it looked like, we both thought it looked like the main character.
Oh, man, we're all fucked up.
No.
Maybe we all fucked up.
No, the Wikipedia says it was the actress, but I think, and I sort of like this idea that
I'm about to go back and check.
Had she not had the miscarriage, that's where she would have been. Like she would have had the baby and stayed with him. And so you're just seeing this, and that's what it's sort of implied anyway, even though
I don't know,
not
John.
necessarily her.
I don't know. That doesn't seem right.
But
I guess they do.
It's a very, very strange thing.
It's just another example, though, of how stuff happened and so she
the
ends
journey
up in
is
a different spot.
Right. Which is how it always goes for everyone.
Like Nikki pointed out, she was in the artist's house now where she was working. That was like his apartment. He must have maybe gave it to her.
Oh,
that's creepy.
I didn't. Well, not really.
I didn't pick up on that either.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that.
But I wasn't.
Yeah, there's
sure
a lot I missed.
was.
What the fuck?
But
John's just making stuff up.
Yeah.
John's making stuff up.
Yeah. And then the part with the dog, and the cat, and I don't know, and the elephant.
Well,
what was this?
I'm just making more shit.
John took some magic
lost.
mushrooms beforehand.
Yeah, he was.
Right. Yeah.
He's dumb brain.
I've never seen a cat eat an animated baby before in a movie. That's for sure.
No, but you wouldn't. And during a mushroom trip,
those mushrooms look strange too. That's all I thought. I was like, "Oh, those are weird looking."
They're just extra.
I was thinking
old
to myself,
and
like,
extra
"Damn, I need to get
old
some
and dried.
mushrooms."
I don't know how that
Fuck,
works,
I haven't had
but,
mushrooms in forever.
Are those legal in California now?
I don't know. I'm not a part of drug culture anymore, John.
That's right.
Good. Oh, I'm sorry. Jesus. Excuse me.
John, don't give it up. What the fuck, dude? You know what I mean? I'm getting in the way of my shit, dude.
All right.
But yeah, I don't know. This movie just seems like somebody made a movie about somebody that can't make decisions, right? Like that's
which is like 90% of people.
Think so?
Especially when you're young.
Yeah.
When you're young in your relationships or trying to figure out, I mean, I totally get the whole career thing too.
Yeah,
it's like,
me too.
No, I don't fit here. No, this is what I really want. I was like, I totally get that, especially when you're young, again. And
says the person who switched careers from like a doctor to a programmer when they were, how old were you?
That's
in your
what
30s?
he's saying.
No, he was saying he was younger, but that's not young. That's
young enough for him.
I had no idea. That's been a pattern for me, like not just now. It's just, yeah.
What else are we going to talk about, guys?
It
have a
keeps
seat.
going. It keeps going around. I mean, that's just sort of. I get that one a lot. So,
Denny, what are your shortcomings?
Oh, I got plenty. I don't want to talk about them now.
Okay.
One of them is that I'm very vain, so I like to come off as like a perfect individual.
Yeah, he's perfect too. Yeah, but you know what he loves to do is look at poop.
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
That.
That's not true. I thought I was using incognito mode. Shit.
Oh, God damn it. He saw.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
It's a big turd.
Oh
God. So let's quickly go through the chapters. I don't know. I had some other talking things.
Oh, okay,
I didn't like the chapter format.
Things. Yeah, I didn't understand it.
It made it seem longer than it was.
Did.
It's the book of life, Denny.
Because like by chapter 5, I'm like, oh shit, we're not even halfway through it yet.
Oh, dude, I thought that a couple times, Denny, where I was just like, how much time is left?
They lay it all out for you. They go, this is going to be 12 chapters and a prologue and an epilogue.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
And some of the prologue titles would ruin the chapter. Like one of them's called Cheating. You're like, oh, great, she's going to cheat on this guy? Why am I watching this now? You know?
Dude, I shut the movie off for the night.
Yeah, that's right. You're like, chapter 2, cheating.
Honestly, if that was me in the theater, I would have walked the fuck out and have been like, I don't want to deal with this. This is going to bring up too much shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this is definitely one of the movies where if you're going to watch it, watch the whole thing, because if you don't, you might walk away halfway through and be like, that sucks.
And be like, that movie was awful.
It makes me think of the other parts of the movie, like when they're with his family, the first boyfriend's family, and there's the screaming, yelling kid, and I mean, they did it all really well. Yeah. There's the awkward dance party where somebody doesn't want to dance, then they dance and they get hurt, and then the couple's yelling. Like, all of that shit is like,
that's real. That's real people.
It's real, but why are we watching it? It's not entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bad dinner party. Come on.
It's like, why are we? I don't want to see this in real life.
And it's not done in a funny way. Like movies that show this kind of thing, do it in a funny way. This is just like realistic and awkward. You know?
Right. But why is it that this? I mean, it confuses us a bit more than say, shit. Like, what are the other good films that we really like that are like this? What's the one the Italian one that we liked?
400 Blows.
Yes.
That's a French movie.
Yes. Was it French? Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes. It was like one of the Italian films.
So he says, what was the Italian one? You say 400 blows. And then he goes, yeah. And you say, it's a French movie.
It's the same kind of thing. Yeah.
400 blows. Anyway, 400 blows. So back to that. Like 400 blows. There's a story about it as a sequence of events. Maybe. Fuck.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
I've gotten good at correcting John at this point, I guess.
You read his mind.
Anyway, we like films like that sort of just tell the sequence of things. We watch things happen, and it just feels like that, and it feels realistic, right? And we like that. And this film does it.
I would say this movie is more like
but in like 400 Blows, we see something happening to an innocent.
I was thinking like Lost in Translation.
So we root for the characters. Are we not rooting for somebody here, and that makes it sort of weird? I mean,
this is kind of Lost in Translation.
Yeah,
right. She
kind of has that sort of like sad feel to it.
Yeah, these two couples, they love each other, but they don't. The fucking whole thing. You meet someone new. I
was rooting for the guy in the first half. Because like he told her it's not going to work. She came back and she was like, she wasn't into anything he was into. She made him feel bad for doing what he was doing before they fucking met.
Right.
And then she just broke it off out of fucking nowhere without any good excuse. And I'm just like, God damn it! Like I hate this woman character.
I know.
He told her this is what's going to happen, and
it happened. Yeah, dead on.
Yeah,
because he was old. Too. That's what happens. He's old. He's seen it.
Yeah.
Seen that fucking story before, right? I've been
on
that train, fell the fuck off it twice.
Because sometimes it was weird because it was from her perspective, but like at his like comic book events and stuff, it kind of showed her being annoyed at what she had to put up with at the event. Mm-hmm. But like that's his job, and like she didn't have to be there. She was trying to be supportive, but she was also angry about it.
Like, right? Like annoyed that she's there, but
she's there. Have her career. She doesn't know where she's going, and
so what? That's on her. Fuck her.
Totally, it's on her. Yeah,
but it is. But it's hard to take that when you don't feel like you've got your career direction or whatever, and you're watching somebody else.
And on top of it, you're not even
when you're young.
And on top of it, you're not even ready for a relationship. So you're in a thing that you're not even ready for, and you're like acting like you're all hot shit.
Right.
And you're young, so you're cocky and you think you're going to get there. Oh, I'm going to be a fucking stud. And then you get, 5 years later, you're still at the coffee shop, right? It's like a whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's it's a very common thing. In fact, I've thought today multiple times, God, thank God I don't currently work as a barista.
Yeah.
I had those thoughts. I remember those again. I was bringing me back. And I'm like, why do I want to fucking go back to these days? I don't need to think about this. I make more money than that now. And you're still not over it. Yeah.
I got really mad at her too when she didn't give the guy, I guess she wanted to be honest with him, but when he was like telling her that she was the love of his life, like basically the last time they saw each other, and she just stared at him.
She's just like,
Dude,
he kind of looked like
could
he
you
was
just
expecting
fucking
her.
say it?
Yeah, he looked like he was hoping that she was going to say something.
Of course.
As they just put the camera on his face, and she didn't fucking say shit.
Yeah, just say fucking me too.
Yeah.
That's it. I love you. Me too. Right? Like, at least say that. Don't even say, she didn't even have to say, I love you.
I don't know, something. Yeah,
could we say anything, but not just sit there and stare? I was so annoyed by that. I'm like, really? You're going to leave the dying dude hanging?
Yeah.
Just fucking sorry. It's nice to know you.
Is it after that, though, he tries to help her feel like she's not such a bad person? Or I think it was before that.
Yeah, because he loves her to death.
Yeah.
Literally to death, poor bastard. You know, I mean,
and she cared about him too, right? She like got real sad when.
Well,
he knew he
look,
was
the
dying
whole
that
thing
day.
is she doesn't know how to fucking communicate.
She's not a sociopath.
She just doesn't know how to communicate.
She's just immature or inexperienced or whatever. It's just.
I just think she had issues communicating. I mean, she got issues. We know that much.
Well, she's got. You know,
Yeah.
they don't beat you over the head with it, but
No,
there's the role of her dad in her.
But that did bug me too, Denny. That's all I'm saying. Like that, he told her he loved her like a bunch of times, and every time she just stayed silent. I was just like, come on, dude. Fuck, the guy's got cancer. Jesus, let him have this one, right?
Right,
like,
sure.
Fuck. I mean, part of getting old is like knowing that, right? Like when people get off their shit, you're just like, yeah, it's cool. Let it go, right?
Yeah.
Like it's too much work to be annoyed by it, right? Like she did more work staying silent than she would have just been being like, yeah, I love you, you too. Kissy.
Yeah,
Bye.
it's hard though. She's not going to say he was the love of her life, you know? Or,
why not? He's gone in fucking 3 weeks. Who gives a shit?
I know. Well, she's with her other guy. Maybe she's trying to be like true to the other guy now.
Yeah, right.
I think all the times that it was like making you angry, it did it on purpose.
Yeah,
and I think it helped like the final product of the movie.
And it didn't beat you over the head either, even though it was doing it. So it also was not like it was not overt about it or aggressive about it.
No, there was no aggressive.
The other things that was good was like her relationship with her dad and how they portrayed all of that and how it was rough for her to even talk about and how she still wouldn't confront him about it.
I loved when Axel there started confronting the father.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I didn't care if it was real or if it was in her head. It was awesome. Whatever it was. It was like, that's right. You tell that some bitch.
Did you guys get Amelie vibes from this movie sometimes?
A little bit.
Like the weird voiceovers with the details, and then sometimes there's really fast montages.
Like her like childish smile too. Like
that came in kind of weird too, right?
There was like the montage where it's like her grandmother had 6 kids by the age of this, and then her great grandmother had like 10 kids. 2 of them died, and like did it really fast.
Like
What did we need?
No, even like the beginning where with and then she decided this and this, and it was so quirky that's where it's like I was thinking, oh, this is going to be a fun comedy. This is great. That's what I thought from the beginning with the voiceover. And it's like, whoa.
No. I mean, it's better than the car fucking thing.
Yes.
Titan, you know?
Yeah, that's your opinion, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Titan is better in this movie, that's for sure.
Yeah, I guess. It's just the story's like,
hey, she didn't.
I don't know which one's more strange.
She didn't cheat on that car.
That's right. She had a very.
She might have. She might have.
Oh, she did. She had sex with a fire truck.
With the fire.
That's right.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, well, it's just
Chapter
that
2.
That wasn't what I was thinking about there in that moment. I wasn't like, hey, what about the Cadillac, man?
Hey, you guys got an Impala back there.
Poor Cadillac.
You guys think it was weird that she sent her entire family that story about giving head to a dude?
Yes, I do. I think that's strange.
Very strange.
I think that's very weird.
Hoping that her dad read it. Encouraging
that was
other people to read it. That
strange.
is very strange. Yes.
It's hard not to think, is Norway weird sexually?
It is.
With the
It is.
and this sex thing?
It is. So they
weird because everything is weird. It's just different.
Yes, they like in their TV shows. I've noticed, and my mom does too. They're always in the bathroom together. Like the families are always in the bathroom. Shitting, pissing, one's in the shower. They like all use the restroom at the same time. And there's been in multiple shows.
That does happen.
Yeah, but not when they're 16, 17 years old. Like these are families that are like grown kids, not little kids. Like grown kids. So like mom's in there. Mom's in the shower. So the 16-year-old comes in, takes a piss. Dad comes in brushing his teeth. You're like, the fuck?
That might just be more normal there. It's just like going to the bathroom is no big deal.
But yes, I think they have a much more close sexual, like it's not as
or rather,
perverted.
it's not a big deal.
It's not as
like
perverted as the Americans make it out
right, the
to be.
puritanical sort of
That's
right.
right.
We're ashamed of
We're
everything.
always judging up
That's
here
right.
from our
That's
totally
right.
repressed
judging,
sexual
judging
natures.
and ashamed. Just unhappy all around, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, John. Perfect. You know what we could do is we could make a movie out of it.
Yeah.
And
good idea.
we'll just watch about the fucking shitty situations that
That's
we're
right.
in, you know? Yeah. What'd you do on Monday? Well, you know, I had work. Oh boy. Let's follow that. Get in.
That's right.
Yeah. Go on, Denny.
Did you guys think that the Guape cartoon looked like Harry Crumb cartoons?
Yeah.
It was like a total ripoff of that, right?
Yeah, it has that style, right?
You know who Harry
Yeah.
Crumb is, TC? There's a pretty good
No.
documentary on him called Crumb. He's like from
Okay.
the 60s or 70s.
He's kind
60s
of
and 70s.
sort of perverted, but I don't know,
Oh,
but not
interesting.
unlikable, I thought, if I remember right.
in
That's
the
a good way to
movie.
describe
Yeah, he
it.
was a strange dude in the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got famous because
He's very influential too, I think, right?
he did
Or-
a bunch of weird ass cartoons with like naked cat creatures and like
Well, it might be that there were really parallels there. I don't know what Chrome went through, but the idea is like that his stuff was very modern day inappropriate, and so you could see his material getting raked over the coals like that too.
yeah. I'm surprised though. None of the trivia I found mentioned the parallels there because I thought it was like a blatant ripoff.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can
wow.
see that now.
Oh, this movie has some good topical things. The Western guilt sitting next to me on the couch every night. Just the person who decides to become vegan and like
I
become
know, right?
green. And,
Yeah,
yeah, that's pretty.
That was done somewhat comically too.
Yeah.
and sad.
That honestly just angered me a little bit. I was like,
Yeah.
God damn it. These fucking people. They can't change it. We're just people. Come on. We're just
That's
nobodies.
what happens, you know?
Yeah. I wrote down all the chapters. Yeah, that was a good idea.
No, they're all listed on the Wikipedia page too, if you need help. So
The only one I remember is cheating.
cheating. Well, that makes sense.
What about the Shrooms one? Julie's narcissistic circus.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe on a second viewing this movie might be funny?
No.
Not
No.
sure.
You probably just find more things to be annoyed at. You know?
Yeah. I totally related to the fake drumming, listening to albums just like
Yeah.
pretending there's a
yeah.
drum set in
Yeah,
front of you.
That
yeah.
sequence went on for a while.
It was good. I was like, yeah, dude, get
absolutely.
into it.
Did you notice-
Get it.
Did you notice those headphones? You notice those headphones?
Sennheisers?
Yeah, we used to have those headphones. No, those were the Bear Dynamics.
Oh.
Oh.
I used to have those. I used to mix with those.
Were they the noise canceling ones that you could?
No. They're just really nice over ear.
Uh,
I think the shit that we have now is better, but
So did it seem like authentic drumming, Denny? Like
yeah,
to
he
you
was
what
good.
doing?
You could tell he would have been good.
if you didn't have the cancer,
You'd
you'd be all right, kid.
That's right. Yeah, I guess he says you're a damn good person. We kind of already talked about that. I didn't see how he
I
thought
don't
she
know
was
if
a
I
good
agree
person.
with that. Yeah.
What did she do that was good?
Ruin his life.
He thought she was
take
attractive
off,
and she
cheat
liked
on
that.
him.
She liked him.
but
That was it.
Not just the attractiveness, but he felt they connected and talked really well.
Well, that's true, and that's a thing.
It doesn't make you a good person.
No, well, he valued her. He valued her, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
she was
different.
important to him, and
Well, is it?
Yeah,
If
I
you value
you.
someone, if you value someone, you might think they're a good person.
yeah, and I think, I mean, and it might be that's kind of in some ways it's sort of the message. I don't know that she probably really hates herself and is very embarrassed or upset by the things that she does, but doesn't let on to that stuff, and that he's trying to address that. It's like you're just young and stupid. You're not you're not this horrible person.
Which is why he kept asking, like, "Are you sure you want this? Like, are you
Right,
sure?" Because I
Right,
remember
so-
being young and I thought I wanted shit too, but
Yeah.
Apparently
So,
not.
But he knew it. He allowed this to happen and the relationship to continue.
Hey, look,
too.
they were both
He knew all this
complicit.
was going to happen.
they were both complicit. Yeah.
He
Hey,
was
she
pretty
ran
sure.
back in to have sex. Of course, he was going to let whatever that was going.
Be careful, slippery slope,
Oh,
Daddy,
wait,
slippery
young
slope.
and stupid. That whole breakup sex thing happened a lot.
You're not.
too
If you're a
in those-
single dude
yeah.
and there's a 20-year younger woman running in your door saying whatever, wanting to have sex, you're probably going to have sex with that.
I'm
woman.
going to pray to God, Denny. All right. I'm going to shut my eyes and pray to God
Why?
because I'm fucked. There's no way I can withstand that. Hook, line, and sinker, buddy. Of course. I know what you're getting at. I'm with you.
Yeah, that's all I got. There's not really any good trivia for this movie.
Yeah, it's very
Well,
new.
yeah, I mean, trivia
Very
is
new.
just wake up. I mean, fuck. Every one of us has these fucking bullshit things in life.
Yeah,
It's, you know?
I think it's a movie I'd recommend. I mean, I just
Ooh.
thought, I'll just say
No,
that
no,
it's
no.
like, yeah, I'll just say this is going to be really strange, but it was worth watching. It's very different.
I think it was worth watching. Yeah. My current feeling is I would never watch it again.
I'm so afraid of recommending this just because who knows how it'll go.
Right. I mean, there's so many different scenes in the film that he told me to go watch this film.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
This happened.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that shit.
T-Tane at least is more of a horror movie.
Oh, I'm not recommending that one either. You kidding me? Fucking give me, no.
That's a great one to recommend. Just really fuck your friends over.
Which is the better first date movie?
Hey, you know what you should watch with your parents? You should watch this one, T-Tane. You'll love it. They will love it.
Yeah. Okay. If you have to
it's a real good
for
Christmas movie.
Yeah. Or family Christmas. Which one would you rather show for family Christmas? T-Tane or this one?
This one. That's a stupid question. T-Tane would be horrible in a family situation.
Yeah, okay.
With my
I'd be sitting there laughing at the things in
T-Tane. It's a horror film.
At least you know that.
All right, this is a messed up film. This isn't like realistic life uncomfortable.
Right. You know what would happen with family? You never know. Is that one of those son of a bitches in the room has done all this dumb shit. So like then all that stuff comes back up because your family's not stupid. They know you done dumb shit. So like. I'm not watching this, though. I'm going T-Tane all day. We're going T-Tane. I'm showing my family T-Tane. Yeah.
Yeah, T-Tane will be better because they'll walk out after 10 minutes and then you'll be free to watch T-Tane by yourself.
I don't have to go through all the bullshit again. I'll be like, oh, yeah, remember the time you did this shit? Remember that time you did this shit? I remember that time. I don't want any of that.
Yeah, not going to hear that with T-Tane. Remember when you fucked the car,
Grandpa? Exactly. That's not going to happen.
Remember when you stabbed that dude in the ear with a chopstick?
Oh,
yeah, right. I might step in there with the family and be like, hey, guys, watch out. You know, little courtesy wake up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe I'd buy sushi and have chopsticks.
Just turn around.
Just turn around like, who wants sushi?
Yay.
Yeah.
You're all in my house.
Yeah. Anyway.
The only few things I have to say is that this is the last movie of a trilogy called the Oslo Trilogy. The first one was called Oslo August 31st, which also got Oscar nominations. The Joachim Trier guy directed that as well.
Yeah.
And it also starred the Renate Rinziv. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but it's the lead character in this movie. Same actress. She almost quit acting. If you look at her resume, she kind of tapered off like the last 5 years. She's like a good carpenter too, apparently. She was going to quit acting and become a carpenter full time. But then this director, like the week after she officially quit, came to her with a script that he like kind of wrote with her in mind. So
wow. Yeah. Oh, this is you. Hey.
I'm so grateful that you thought of me for this. Yeah,
she did a fantastic job given what the film was trying to accomplish. I mean,
the John, that's funny. Yeah. Oh, really? You think that I'm for this? Yeah, this thing is you dead on. Oh boy, I don't know if you'd be thrilled or offended.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's happy now because this movie is extremely popular around the world.
Oh yeah,
so I'm sure she'll get something else
if she wants, unless she wants to stick with the carpentry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna nod, smile, and be like, yeah, it was a movie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's right. All right.
Yep.
Would you put it in the top 250 though? Is the question.
No.
I think I would because of its uniqueness. I think I would.
Maybe I should have said yes.
No, I'm going to go no.
Thank God.
I'm going to stick with the yes.
Thanks, Denny. Bailed me out of that one.
I'm going to go with the yes.
Yeah.
It was good. I understand the awards and all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
I do. I thought it was very well put together.
Mostly very unpleasant to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I would never watch it again, and I probably won't ever recommend this to people.
Hey, there you go, Denny. Okay. That's the voice of reason finally came in.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
All right. So what do we got next week, guys? We're going back to the
list.
What
are we watching? And this time I'm going to write it down so I don't have to text people at Tuesday.
TC. All right. I want to hear your emotions as soon as you hear things. We got 1964.
Oh, boy.
Stanley Kubrick's highest rated movie.
Okay.
Dr. Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
All right.
Very topical movie, guys. Very topical indeed.
Okay, well, this will be good. Doctor Strangelove. So we're back on the list. That's
back
good.
Back on the list. This is the last movie. So next week is number 51. And then the week after that, it's been like 3 years. It's been like 3 years since we did top 5, bottom 3.
We gotta have our like.
It was pre-pandemic when we did the last one.
Starting the final quarter.
That's right.
Well,
can you believe it? The last time we did top 5, bottom 3?
The final 50.
Final 50.
The final quarter, the final 50.
The last time we did one of these top 5, bottom 3 things was back before the pandemic in 2019.
Jesus, guys, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're gonna get some new theme music or a bit of a twist on the theme music too.
I don't know. I might get. Yeah. Let's get. What do we got?
We gotta submit. Are we gonna have your brother do the
of course
management? Is he willing to?
Well, yeah, he always is.
We gotta like submit our stuff to him.
I'm seeing him next weekend too. Actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
So we gotta start thinking about that. Yeah, and I could do a list update if there's been any changes.
We should definitely do a list update. I'll come up with some bonus categories. You guys should come up with your top 5 and bottom 3.
Okay.
And so the rules are no Star Wars. No Star Wars.
No Star Wars. No
That's
Star
fine, but
Wars.
we
That's
also thought of a new category. We might want to do like top 1 or 2, bottom 1 or 2 of films that were not on the list that we watched.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So since we watched so many, so I don't know if we want to do like just maybe like a top 3 films that were not on the list that we watched.
And bottom 2.
Bottom 2.
Top 3,
do
bottom 2.
Do we have that list? We got that list readily available, right?
Yeah, I can get it really quick.
We can fix that out.
I'll compile it and send it out just so we can have
that's
all
nice
that.
of you, Danny.
All right. Thanks
Give
for
us
the
our
data.
ballot.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good stuff. All right, boys. Well, Dr. Strangelove.
Dr.
Coming up
Strangelove. That's right.
All right.
All right. Talk to you guys next week.
All right. See you guys.